Okay, hi. This video today is going to be a little bit different to the normal types of either gameplay or news videos that I typically tend to do. See, typically I tend to keep anything and everything, to do with my personal life off of YouTube. It's not really something that I feel like we really need to discuss or delve into, but at the same time, today I wanted to talk about how TERA, the MMORPG, surprisingly, yes, that TERA, that game, changed my life. So looking back, I didn't actually know the channel was this old, but looking back, we started this MMO by YouTube channel 4 years ago. I think it was at the end of 2016 or maybe halfway through 2016. As you can see, we only started taking it, I guess, more seriously 3 years ago. That's when the channel officially started. Now, one of these TERA videos is responsible for some of the largest, most drastic changes in my life, and essentially are the sole reason that the YouTube channel, the streaming aspect of the channel, with Twitch and everything, really took off. Now, I don't remember which video in specific it was, but one of those TERA videos, MMORSSTIX happened to watch all the way back at the end of 2016. After watching that TERA video, she managed to make her way over to a live stream that I was doing with my little sister Wiggy over on Twitch. She began to come to additional streams over the course of the next, 4 or 5 months. And then when I decided I wanted to record Star Wars: The Old Republic, she was the first one to jump on that and said that she had actually played Star Wars: The Old Republic in the past and it was one of her favorite MMOs. Knowing this, I asked her, you know what, I guess, if you're interested, you can go ahead and you can, kind of like accompany us through it, maybe guide us through it so we can get some decent footage of the game. Because at that point, I had not played Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I had no idea what I was doing in it. Fast forward, 6 months, and MMORSSTIX and I were, in a relationship, kind of like an online relationship, and we had decided that I was going to fly over from Australia because I had lived in Australia up until that point my entire life. I was 26, 27 years old, and I had never left the country. So I'd flown all the way over here to America to meet her in person. And, after that point, as bad as this is gonna sound, I never went back. At that point in the channel's life, at that point in my life, I was making less than minimum wage. I was not making much money at all. The channel was, at 30, maybe 40,000 subscribers and not making nearly enough to even support me just by myself as an adult human being. But MMORSSTIX, she surprisingly didn't care as long as I had, a job that had me working normal hours, as long as I was bringing in, contributing to, the relationship overall. But at that point, I was pretty much just doing, really bad first impression gameplay. I'm not gonna call them reviews because a lot of people called them reviews and they were not reviews at all, but they were just small little first impression gameplay videos where I maybe invested 45 minutes to an hour and then just cut up highlights from those videos and then uploaded them. And then after a certain point, MMORSSTIX, she's actually probably the brains behind the entire MMObyte operation. She turned to me and she goes, "Hey Stix, why don't you tackle this kind of video in this way?" And I was like, I haven't really done anything like that before, but sure, this change in direction couldn't possibly hurt, right? So I went ahead, I adopted this new style. It took a little bit of getting used to, honestly. And then our numbers, they doubled, they tripled, they quadrupled. Our growth was exponential. I'm sorry if you guys could hear the vibration, the entire house vibrated when that truck drove by just then. But the growth was actually ridiculous. I had never seen anything like that before. And to this day, I attribute literally all the success we have with the channel and all of the success that we have with the stream to MRSSTIX's ideas. So not only do we have this channel that has allowed us to put a roof over our heads, not only do we have this channel and this stream now with Twitch that allows us to essentially, or allows me more so, to have this as a full-time career, but at the same time, I also got to date and then, of course, marry what is probably one of the most amazing people in the world that I have ever met. And I've met a lot of people online and offline over my, like 30-ish years of life. And all of this, it all just comes right back down to TERA. If I had not recorded that TERA video at that time, if I had not uploaded that TERA video at that moment, who knows, it may not have ranked where it ended up ranking. She may not have watched the video. She probably would have never seen it, would never have known who we were. And I would not be here where I am right now. We would not be here. We would not have this absolutely amazing community that we have built over the last several years. And yeah, like, it is just, it's actually crazy when you look back at it all in retrospect. One tiny little thing, if we had opted to, instead of doing that TERA video, do any other game out of the hundreds of MMOs that exist, if we had chosen any other game, she would not have seen that. Now, I know that some of you guys are going to be like, what? I thought this video was going to be about TERA the MMO, not a story on your history of the channel. And you know what? I completely get it. I do. This is just a small little video that details how one tiny little instance, one small little circumstance like that can drastically change the direction of everything. Like, I have so many different stories that I can tell you guys about experiences that I've had in MMOs and how various different MMOs have changed various different aspects of my life. But at the end of the day, this one single game, TERA, is probably the most important game out of all. It is probably going to be one of the fondest memories that I share both with MRSSTIX and just myself, because it is the MMO, the game that actually brought us together and that brought us pretty much to you. Because, without that game and without her, I would have never had the direction that I had, and we would never be here. I would probably either still be doing those really cringy, cut up gameplay highlight videos that I was doing, or I would not be here at all. I don't know. Now, for those of you that have somehow managed to watch this far, thank you for being a part of this community. We recently hit 250,000 subscribers. We have a big video coming up on that soon. If you do not follow us over on Twitch, then make sure you go ahead and follow us over there at twitch.tv/MMObyte, because we're streaming there 3 times per week. Every week. You can go ahead and follow MRSSTIX on Twitter if you haven't already, or me on Twitter. Her Twitter's at The Short Nurse. Mine is at ByteStix. We post a lot of stuff there. You're more than welcome to come on over and join our little social media community that we have going on over there as well. But at the end of the day, when TERA ends up ultimately shutting down, MRSSTIX and I are probably going to hold a little funeral for it. We're gonna have like a moment of silence, because without it, neither of us would be with each other or here or with you guys, or So thank you, TERA, for existing. I actually have a TERA video up if you guys want to go ahead and watch that TERA video if you're unsure of what TERA even is. But thank you for listening to me ramble on about how TERA changed my life. If you want more stories like this, let me know down in the comments below. I really don't know how good this video is gonna do. It's probably gonna do really poorly because it's just me talking to you guys, and I don't really do that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for everything so far. I really do appreciate it. So does she. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of video. Hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to, subscribe and do all that interactive goodness that YouTubers always say to do and everything in their outros or their intros or whatever. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. And by bye, I mean peace. Because, man, I'm really out of touch with my intro. This is bad. I'm sorry.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh,